Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? In my never-ending quest to look for strange, I don't want to say strange, different, somehow, and out of place maybe, war games, I've came across this. This is one page World War II tank War Ardennes. Alright, so obviously it's supposed to be, and it's going to say right here, a roll and write war game designed by Noah Patterson. Noah Patterson's done some other stuff. He's done some other war games. A couple other roll and write. One of them was a charge station. It was okay. It was this kind of science fiction roll and write war game. He done some other stuff. He's done a lot of the what's called the micro RPG system, which is pretty good stuff too. It's I wouldn't really call it an RPG. Well, some of them maybe, but I'd call the system more of something like a roll and write game as well. Think along the lines of War Against Darkness, but he's got a lot of different modules for a lot of different things. And he does have some more games, right? He has some miniature rules. And this is a roll and write war game that he's got here. And this came out this month, I do believe. Let's read it. Cadet. You are a tank commander during the Battle of the Bulge in World War II. The Ardennes forest is a harsh climate. The cold December timing of the battle is sure to try you and your crew. Your orders are to sweep the area for German units and drive them back, clearing the way for the Allies to invade Germany and end this war. One page WWII Tank War Ardennes is a roll and write war game for one player. This book includes 100 copies of the game sheet for you to write directly in the game book. Yeah, the book, it's you barely have just a few rules, right? And was it about 5-6 pages of rules, and the rest of them is this right here that you can write directly into the book. Okay. This is sold in two different ways. This is sold in this form on Amazon for $9.99, right? And it's also sold on Wargame Vault PDF for $2.99. Let me go ahead and tell you right up front. I've played this a few times here. You should probably, if I had to do over, I'd probably get the PDF, because all you have here, and me, look at here. I copy them anyways because I'm weird like that. And all that is I'm going to put that on my shelf, and that's it. And it's kind of cool to have on your shelf. But if it does not affect the gameplay whatsoever if you get the PDF or the or the book, right? All you're getting is copies. So if you don't want to make copies of something, you want to get in a car, just play this and just do this, on a trip or something, you can get the book, but you can get the $9.99 from Amazon. But I'm telling you, PDF's just as good. I have played it, so what are we going to talk about? I'm going to give you a little review of it. So what is it? It is a dice pool game, right? You're creating dice pools and you're rolling them to see what happens. Okay, you're going to roll up, but you're going to obviously Noah Patterson's background in RPG. He has you rolling up tank stats. I like that, right? D6 and no, it's D3. You're going to roll D3. Use a D6, but you're going to roll a D3 for your stats, for your guns, crew, armor, and your grit. Your guns is going to be your main gun. Your crew is going to be your machine guns, right? It's your secondary weapons. Your armors, how well armor you have, and your crew or your grit. That's going to be initiative and some other things, right? And this is going to be your map, okay? And after you roll up a tank, this is going to be your map. You're going to decide which way you go, this way or this way. Then you're going to roll for weather, first of all, in the area. You roll a 6. It's a storm. You get a -1. That's a -1, right? To clear, or to a +1. It's sunny and good. Rarely sunny and good. I think I've rolled it, a couple times. So bam, you're gonna roll up an area like this. You see, it's like 4 dense darkness or whatnot. And as long as it gets on here with as many roads touching as you can, touching your area to other areas as you can, then you're going to have that. These are towns. You're going to be able to resupply in towns once you take them. Okay? Terrain, enemy, town. You're going to roll on all these stats. The terrain, what kind of terrain you're going into, what your enemy is. It goes anywhere from a German Tiger, which you don't want, to German foot units. Nothing. Easy. And so all you're doing is you're seeing how many hearts. These hearts, if you don't have these marked off, these represent dice, say. And then you, if it's stormy weather, you take a die away. Terrain, take a die away. Enemy may take dice away. All right, and then you're going to roll for combat, roll for initiative. That's your grit score. Roll for bombardment. That's your guns. Roll for regular combat. That's this, and then your armor. That's how you defend. That's basically the game. Are there decisions to be made? Yeah, there are decisions to be made. When I say it's just a roller game, you're not just rolling willy-nilly. Well, you are, but you're gonna make decisions on when you get hit, where you're gonna take the hit at, right? Or when you miss, you can fire again, but you're gonna mark off some ammo or your shells until you lose all of them, or ammo. Same with the defense. You can mark off a tread, you're gonna maneuver, and when you get those treads marked off, you're not maneuvering well. You can break down, whatnot. So you run out of ammo, So there are decisions to be made. I don't know if I explained that well. Nevertheless, it's just such a cheap game. Like I said, $9.99 here, or go to Wargame Vault for $2.99, I believe. Get it yourself if I explain it and play it. But I'll give you my thoughts here. Is it good? It's okay. It's not great. It's not like that I would get to say, well, but it's good enough for me to play. And I'll tell you, I'm probably going to play this multiple times because it's easy to get into. It's easy to remember the rules once you get started. I'll get into it. I'm probably going to play this, like I said, multiple times. Would I play all 100 pages? Yeah, I probably will eventually, one way or the other, because it's a fun little game. It's a good little game. When you ain't got time for nothing else, you can play this. I forgot how you win. You win by clearing everything. You either clear everything, but some of these, you ain't going to go to all of them, because some of them you're going to pass up by roads, and you ain't got no more roads to go to, just like 4 Against Darkness, right? I am working on something similar to this, based on like the 4 Against Darkness system itself, but more of a squad level or half squad level, right? So I was glad to see this. It works. It works well. Kind of fun. It's fun. All right, it's fun. It's just not deep in there, right? You use a miniature here if you want to move. 15 millimeter miniature works good. But it's fun enough to play. It gives you enough feeling of tank combat to be interesting. You have a campaign here, right? You have victory points, right? You have victory determination. I believe you have a campaign game where you use, right? So it does get better, okay? It's not backtracking. If you got to go back, you roll 5 or 6 see if more enemies have showed up in there. But no, it's okay. And it's probably something that's cheap enough that anybody could get a hold of and worth playing at least a time or two, worth taking on a business trip and keeping with you or whatever. So yeah, it's worth it. It's a good little game. Not great. Don't get me wrong. This isn't going to give you your fix on a full war game and thing, but for a evening or when you ain't got it in a pinch, this will do, and it's not bad. So there you go. 1 Page World War II, Tank War Ardennes. Hear my dog. I bet he hears something outside. It's pretty hot here right now, so he's going to go out there and bark. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.